And I'm never going to go to that bank, right? So that's just bad policy. Hence those books. Being nice is going to help your business. But, I went across the street and asked for a change for 20. And this lady smiled and gave me, I wanted to sit down and have a cup of coffee just because she gave me change for $20. That's what it does to hearts. You actually feel good about people that do good to you. So in giving the 2.5%, there's a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad. He said, the hand over is better than the hand under, meaning the one giving is better than the one taking. With charity, when you're giving your zakat, what you owe, this isn't like extra charity. This is a tax that is to be given, and it's a right of poor people. It's not, so you're not doing them a favor. It's something you owe those poor people. In the books of Islamic jurisprudence, you're supposed to offer it with your hand under, so that they take it over. Because they are doing you the favor. You're not doing them the favor. They are doing you the favor by enabling you to purify your wealth. Because the word zakat means to purify in Arabic. And the idea is that in accruing wealth, you will accrue wealth that is not healthy money. There's a percentage that's just going to be dishonest, or there was some... And that, giving back to those poor people, is a way of purifying your wealth. The same root, zakat means to grow. So it actually helps your wealth grow. The word in Arabic for being a miser, mumsik, is the same word for constipated. Right? Really, it's the same word. The word for pure gold is the same word for meconium stool, which is the first stool a child has. Right, in Arabic, iqi, which it means pure gold. It's the same word for a baby's crap. Right? Because that is ultimately what wealth is. It's fertilizer. You spread it around, and wonderful things come forth from the earth. You keep it all in one place, and a foul stench emanates from it. And that's the nature of this wealth that we've got. We've got a handful of people that are controlling the majority of the world's wealth. And it's absurd, it's obscene, and ultimately it's creating immense social instability. I'm on the C100, so I go to the World Economic Forum, and I've been doing that for 6 years. So I've been around a lot of these people, and I don't like divides of left and right. I really don't. I don't want to be designated as left or right, because I just feel like we need to get out of those paradigms. Anybody who studies social psychology will know that people do those automatically. It's not about choice. It's really about social programming. It's the way we've been designed. And once you realize that, there's something absurd about partaking in that type of stupidity of just falling on one side or the other. Should it be 1% or 2%? People will always do that. And what we really need to do is elevate people to get out of these paradigms. These are paradigms that are really causing an immense amount of problem for us on this planet, in this country. I'm very happy about this, because I think what Michael said about, to hell with realism, or realism, the word in Arabic for real is the same word for a name of God, al-haq. God is real. And another word for God is al-Kareem. There's 99 names in the Islamic tradition. Al-Kareem means the generous one. And in the Quran, there's a verse, and it really is, it's a question. It's in a sense a rhetorical question, but it says, Ya ayyuhal insan, ma gharraka bi rabbika al-Kareem. O human being, what has deluded you about your generous Lord? What has deluded you about your generous Lord? Why aren't you recognizing the generosity of what's been created for you? And one of the commentators of the Quran said that God gave the answer in the question. It's your generosity that has deluded us. You've been so overwhelmingly generous, we become ungrateful. Do you know? There's so much abundance out there. There's so much to be thankful for. And people tend to forget that. Well, right now, we're erring on the other side. We're not being generous enough. And people are suffering from realism. They're suffering from realism. And I think it's time for a little bit of the delusion of hope. just the delusion of hope. Because even rats, they've done these experiments of rats and timing. I mean, it's amazing who thinks of these things, but just timing how long a rat can survive swimming in a pot of water before drowning. And so they'd find it on average was about 7 minutes. So what they started doing, about 6 minutes and 50 seconds, they would pull them out. And what they found is that